Hello, everybody. My name is Marcus Vickers. I'll be conducting today's safety training class. Welcome, welcome. I appreciate you guys coming, appreciate you showing up. Safety is a big deal. Hopefully, it's a big deal for everybody here. We need it to be. Hopefully, after this, you'll have learned a couple things, understand a couple things better. As far as our topic today is safety ergonomics in the workplace, whether that be the staff that's in the office or the staff that's in the warehouse, it all matters. It's all a big deal. It all prevents and helps us in the long run and in the short term as far as our physical feeling, injuries, strains, any of that. Ergonomics is all about the job fitting the worker. It's a weird concept because usually we're always used to fitting the job. Do this, change this, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. That's what we all do. It's part of the gig. And the ergonomics, the job fits the worker. What is the best, most efficient way you guys could be working and also be staying safe? That's the number one key. That's what it's all about. Proper ergonomics, when ignored, we start to see stress on the body from the neck, the wrist, the back, the knee, all up and down. The list goes on and on. If ignored too long, this can cause long-term and even permanent damage. It's extreme, but it can get there, especially if you do something over and over and over again and you're consistently doing it the wrong way. You know, a lot of times we don't even know it. We just associate it with something else. I'm guilty of this. When I was younger, did a lot of things the wrong way, and I'm paying for it now. I have a pretty bad back, but it is what it is, and now I'm preventing a lot of things with knowledge of proper ergonomics that I'm hopefully going to be passing on to you guys today. In today's training, I'm going to be showing you a instructional video. Pay attention to it. It's really important. It shows you the proper way of do's and don'ts of ergonomics. Again, I'd love to show you personally, but like I said earlier, I threw my back out doing poor ergonomics for a very, very long time. And now I have a long-term injury because of it. So use me as an example if you haven't. I'm sure most of you have felt the type of pain, whether in the office, like I said, or in the warehouse, like I said. We've all been there in some sort of way, shape, or form. After the video, we're going to go over it a little bit, and I'm then going to transition into a PowerPoint that I will go through with you. We'll go slide by slide, talk a little bit about it, reiterate kind of the same things. Repetition is key. Repetition is key. Let's get it in our head. Let's get a pattern, and then we can get moving in a nice straight line. So, after the PowerPoint's over, we will have a short quiz. Nothing crazy, 5 questions, and it's just basically conducting exactly what we went over. Just want to know if you're retaining it, want to know if you're paying attention. Nothing hard, nothing crazy, as long as you just, check out the video, check out the PowerPoint with me, and, we'll get through this real quick. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know we got stuff to do. So I'm going to go ahead and transition into this video. Bear with me. I'm not the most computer savvy guy, but I think I can make it work. We will rewind. Here we go. All right.
Here's your desk. Your chair, monitor, keyboard, mouse, phone, a plant? Sure. Problem is, your desk isn't really built for you. It's for anyone. Spending 8 hours a day reaching, slouching, or craning can lead to pain. At least that's what John Sinkay from the Hospital for Special Surgery says.
I do say that every day.
So, he's here to, well, he can tell you.
I'm here to show you how to set up your desk ergonomically so you can avoid pain later on in life. Step 1, adjust your chair. The average desk height is 29 to 30 inches tall. For some, this could be too tall or too short. That's where your chair comes in. The first thing you want to do is adjust the height. When you do, make sure your elbows are bent to 90 degrees. So if a person's feet are not touching the floor, this could become an issue. So we're going to give her a footstool. If you don't have access to a footrest, we recommend using a ream of paper. Step 2 is adjust your monitor. Tip is to have the monitor close enough, about arm's length, so you're able to read without having to strain your eyes or to bend forward and adjust your posture. So what you want to do is raise the monitor up till the top of the screen is eye level. If your monitor is not adjustable in height, use your reams of paper. Much better. If you work from 2 monitors, consider how you use them. If you have a primary monitor, you want that directly in front of you. If you use both monitors equally, you want them lined up so you are in the middle of the 2. For a laptop, you want to use a kickstand to raise the screen up to the proper height. Then you can attach an external keyboard and mouse to it. Step number 3 is to mind your mouse and your keyboard. Where your hands end up is where your keyboard should be. Your mouse should end up right next to your keyboard. You want to move from your elbow instead of your shoulder to prevent overuse or strain or pain. The key is not to reach for your tools. Step 4 is to position your phone. You want to put the phone on your non-writing side so you don't have to cradle it to your shoulder. This could eventually lead to neck pain. If you're on the phone a good portion of your day, you want to consider using a headset. That way your hands are free to write down anything or to type on the computer. Step 5, move. After 10-15 minutes, we all begin to slouch in our chairs. So here are some basic exercises you can do while sitting in your chair. First exercise is a chin tuck. Second exercise is for your upper traps. You're going to do a basic stretch where you bend your head to one side and then gently pull for a little more oomph. Third exercise is called a scapular retraction. You basically are going to squeeze your shoulders back. Fourth exercise is for your lower back. This is what we call a pelvic tilt. The most important thing you want to do is get up out of your chair every hour. Get up and walk. Get something to eat. Get something to drink. Just get up.
John, are we done?
Yeah, we're good.
Great.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Appreciate you bearing with me with that video. He does it a lot better than I could ever show you guys. So, hope you were paying attention, watching closely to the posture, workstation setup, and lifting techniques that are he was demonstrating. I think he did a very good job. I think it's a very good short video and a lot of good and poor ergonomics that it shows you. So, in that video, obviously you saw examples of both poor ergonomics and good ergonomics. Sitting properly, flat feet, monitor at eye level, and wrists in neutral positions makes a huge difference. Make sure you're not reaching for everything. Everything is in elbow to wrist length, or elbow to fingertip length, actually. You also know how lifting with your legs, not your back, and keeping, loads close to your body reduces risk injury. Hold it here, elbows in, knees down, back straight. Knees down, back straight. Proper lifting. Don't do what I did and bend over and lift all the way back up every time for long periods of time. You end up like me. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to end up like me. You want to go home the same way you came in every single day. Trust me. It's a benefit to you. So, next we have my PowerPoint video that is going to demonstrate the do's and don'ts of proper ergonomics, and I'll walk you through that as well. All right. On our first slide here, we're just preventing musculoskeletal injuries. That's what we have. That's what we're going on. That's what we're trying to do. What is ergonomics? As we went over again, and we're going to go over it again. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Means fitting the job to the worker, fitting the job to the worker. That is what ergonomics is all about. Our goal is to reduce stress. Ergonomics is about designing, work to fit the person and force the person to adapt to poor tools or conditions that they may be struggling with on their job or in the job site. If done right, it reduces injury, strain, improves performance, and lessens fatigue, which is all very good things on the job site. We get tired quick. Some of us work really long, hard shifts. Some of us have worked a whole shift before we even came to work today. Maybe that be watching kids, mowing the lawn, or whatever it may be. So we do a lot of things. Everybody's tired. We want to prevent being tired as much as possible. Being too tired, not paying attention. That's how injuries get caused, and that's what we don't want. Here's why it matters. Ignoring ergonomics can lead to back pain, neck stiffness, wrist issues, and more. But good ergonomics can help prevent all of that. May not stop it fully 100%. Like I said, we got more going on at lives, but as far as work's going on, it will highly, highly, highly be effective and help you guys out. And keeps us feeling better at home, not at home, anywhere you want to be. Because I know when I get out of bed every morning and go to lift up and that back pain's there, I wish it wasn't. Risk factors. We got repetitive motion, awkward posture, excessive force, static positions. These are some of the most common risk factors, doing some of the most aggressive potential injuries. This is where I was trying to get with that. I didn't want to, throw out the wrong word there. Work with me. Staying in awkward positions and applying a lot of force and holding too long are all stress on the body. Bending over all the way up instead of squatting up, that's a long way. You're holding that position for a long time. Over time, that can cause a lot of stress. Reaching too far for too long can cause a lot of stress. So holding positions in awkward positions specifically is a high contributor to injuries on the workplace. Our good versus poor ergonomics. I'm going to go over again and again. Proper lifting form, like I just showed you. Your monitor at eye level, as we saw in the video. Neutral wrist positions, anytime you're sitting at your desk, like we saw in the video. Poor, slouching in your chair. Like I said, sometimes we get tired, guys, but hey, we got to keep that body up. We got to keep that posture right, because we're just doing damage on our body. Reaching too far, like I said earlier, reaching too far for long periods of time, you're holding it. It's what we don't want to do. So we keep everything closer to us. When we bend over to pick something and twist, that's a hold. That's a long hold in that physical awkwardness position, which will lead to high risk of injuries. Ergonomic solutions. Now let's look at practical solutions. We sit properly, adjust your tools, avoid overstretching, and remember to take small breaks. Stretch breaks. Get up from your chair once an hour. The breaks we showed you, the 10 tuck, the back push, those are all effective. If you're in the warehouse, stretch, bend over, touch your toes, get your back loose, do some shoulder shrugs. Keep everything where you're not stiff, and we need to get it in the best operational situation we can, basically, is how we're looking at that. Ergonomics change don't have to be hard. They just have to make sense. You have to believe in what we're doing, believe in what we're talking about. These are really small little things when it comes down to it, but they make a very, very, very big difference. All right, to wrap it up, remember the key takeaways to fit the job, whether it be in the office, whether it be in the warehouse. Don't be afraid to speak up. A lot of people will be uncomfortable or maybe understand they're doing something wrong, but really they can just ask a safety person or their supervisor if they can do it a different way because it's causing pain. And you'd be amazed how quick we could do that. If we know about it, we could look at it, investigate to it, and then change the way you're doing it to help you out physically. We need you to be productive, injury-free on the job, and that's all we could ask for, man. That's all we can ask for. All right. Safety first, guys. I'm going to end this quick. I know you guys got stuff to do. Got to get back to work. But I just want to make sure you understand it. Remember, we've got a quiz coming up, 5 questions. To quickly review what we learned today, what ergonomics is and why it is critical. We talked about risk factors and how posture movement and workstation setup play a huge role in injury prevention. I've said it a lot, repetition. Injury prevention. That's what we're trying to do here. Do not want to see any of you feel any type of pain due to our job or you performing it wrong or us setting you up in the wrong way. We want you guys to be set up in the best way possible. You also saw how simple changes can make. Little things, sitting at your desk, making sure your posture is correct, making sure you're eye level with the laptop, in a warehouse, bending over, or not bending over, bending down, straight back up, not reaching too far from things. Don't twist and turn. Move your body, face straight, then place. So these are all tips, easy tips that I feel like we can get through every day, guys. I think those are easy little changes we can make happen on a daily basis, and it's going to affect us in a long way. Before you go, I just really want you guys to ask yourself a few questions. You need to ask yourself, are your feet flat on the floor when you're performing a task? Are your eyes eye level with the monitor when you're sitting there? Are your wrists flat on the surface? Have you taken a stretch break? Have you taken a personal break? Have you skipped all your breaks? Is your body so fatigued that you've just been ignoring it and you're trying to push through it? I get that. Some of us are incentive based, but man, you got to take care of that body. You got to read the signs and make sure you're stopping and checking on yourself, because no one else is going to check on you. No one else is going to be out there knowing exactly what you know, feeling exactly what you feel. And so it's up to you. Take control. Take some self-control of your body and in your situation. Again, if anything's unsafe, you let us know. We come and help you and change it for you. That concludes today's training on ergonomics. Before you go, again, I'm going to pass out this 5-question quiz. I'm going to have you take it. And then you guys can go on your way. I want to say one more time, thank you for coming. Thank you for showing up. It shows that you're taking safety seriously, and that's the number one step. A lot of times it can seem like a push off or something to, just look the other way at, but safety is the number one thing that's keeping us here, keeping us safe, and keeping us with 10 fingers and 10 toes every day. So I appreciate you guys taking this seriously, and I will pass out your safety quiz. You guys are ready. All right, thank you.